welcome back to a new episode of Create. And we're going to start with getting some XP. I've been talking about this for forever. And, that's the wrong button. Yeah, so one of the things I want to try out is Aubni showed me in the mines how to move a amethyst, like a budding amethyst thing. So I want to try and move a spawner. I think it's possible. I'm not sure if it's possible, but one of the things I'm gonna need is, do we have andesite alloy in here? It would probably be here. Zinc 1. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make some of that stuff, but I'm gonna make a cart assembler and then maybe make a minecart contraption. I'm not really sure how to do that, but I think I'm gonna do that and see if I can't move a spawner, because that'll dictate the next part of our building. All right, first spawner acquired, and not a lot of good stuff there. Not a lot of good stuff there. I mean, I guess the name tags are worth something. I don't know. Okay, let's just see if this works. So if we do this, this is a skelly spawner, so that's gonna be nice. We do this, and then this. Oh, that's wrong. Minecart. Right there. Moment of truth. Okay. It moves. Oh, but we cannot actually physically pick it up. Okay. Aubni warned me that this might be a thing. We might have to actually move it physically up to the top, which is fine. We can do it with water streams and stuff, but it does mean we can put our XP farm wherever we want, which is what I wanted to know. I needed to know if I needed to do it down here in the depths of the world, or if I could move it up top. So we can move it up top, which is cool because that's what I'd like it to be up top. Yeah, so you know what? I'm just gonna leave this down here for now, and then I'll come back once the room's done. And yeah, so I guess I need to go find a spot and dig a hole. Okay, hole acquired, and I've been doing a little work. So this is the spot. It's in let's free cam a little bit because it's easier to explain. So we have Flaz over there, and then we have me over here, and then we kind of designated this corner to be like the community corner. So if we're building stuff that you don't need to go ask to borrow anything from this section, like with Flaz, we asked to use his smelter thing, and of course he's fine with it. The iron, everyone can just come and grab iron. Like, there's no worries about it. If someone needs something from my base, they should ask, but for the most part, I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, go ahead. That's why we're still keeping a community storage. This is actually gonna get moved over to here later. Carl and I have already started discussing it. So I've decided to put the XP right here. I don't think this XP is gonna get used for very long. I think by the time we go to the end and fight the Ender Dragon and stuff, because we are gonna do that, we'll probably have an Enderman farm, and this will kind of be useless for the most part, but it is a skeleton spawner, and I found a second one. So we could have 2 skeleton spawners in here, which is really cool. So what I've done is I've measured this room out to actually put 4 spawners in here, just to see if we can gather some over time and stuff. This might be a really good bone farm. I don't know, but all right, so I've been gone for about a week doing some stuff, and there are mallards all over look, there's another one. All right, so that was a lot of Create learning. Oh man, learning how to maneuver shafts and directions you need to get everything to spin the way you want. it was an experience, but it's all working. Granted, it is not on right now. So I was trying to figure out ways to get it to be able to turn on and off. Yeah, and by the way, aubni, I stole the this thing from the iron farm upgrade. We're gonna have to build another one of those, but it came in real handy right here. So everything is working now. When it came to turning it on and off, I was gonna use a clutch, I think worked, but then I realized I can just take the water out. So there's a dispenser with a bucket right there, and I'm gonna power that with redstone, and that will then start the water wheel, and that'll make everything work so it can turn on and off. The other thing though, I need this to obviously be super dark for the spawners to work, but I also want to be able to turn the spawners off because I only have 2 spawners right now. We're gonna have spots for 2 more. So I think I'm gonna have to take these out, and I'm gonna put in place redstone lamps. I think. Because I think that's the only thing I can turn off redstone-wise that's also a light block. There might be some other light blocks. You know what? I need to look through there. But if not, I'm going to the nether, and I'm going to get some glowstone and hope I don't die, because the nether seems to have killed me a lot so far this season. Okay, we're back, and there we go. I actually didn't have to dig out very far, just literally for this one little spot for the skeletons to rest on. It works out. We're obviously going to have to redo the... I was expecting this to be floor level, but it's not, which is okay because it means we can make a bigger room. But everything is up and working. Luckily, we found a couple of, what do they call it? Amethyst geodes when we were digging in the first episode. So I was able to go rob those guys of some crystals to do some tinted glass. We've got some redstone lamps in there. I literally just went into the nether, the first patch of glowstone I saw. I yoinked it and it was enough. But yeah, everything is working now. Boom. You can check it out. See, whenever we flip the switch, it dispenses the water. All these things are moving, turns all the lights off. This is pretty cool. I'm super excited about seeing if this thing's actually going to work. The only issue I have is, as you can see, there's some light leakage through these casings. They don't do a very good job of stopping light. That being said, the majority of the area inside there is still 0. So hopefully that's not going to mess with us too much. But I think now I need to go ahead and start moving some spawners. Ooh. Okay, so some stuff has changed. I've raised the ceiling up a bit. You can see there's a little line there for redstone. I think I'm going to change that. I'm going to ask Carl if he'd like to do some wireless redstone on this. He's been having a kick with wireless redstone, so I'm going to see if he wants to oh, Stowe's been getting us set up. That's cool because you can see my axe is getting ready to go. But yeah, so we raised this up and then we lowered the kill chamber down. So their hitboxes were getting stuck right here. So I lowered it down and everything seems to work really well. The light levels between the andesite casings actually were an issue. I was able to close off that one enough because the andesite casing right there is just to move this one. But the one over here is a little bit too tough to do, so I'm not able to fix that one. I got it as low as I could, but that's it. And so far the farm is working like a champ. It would be better if I had a better sword, but yeah, that's a little loud, so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn the farm off. Very cool. By the time you kill them, it should still constantly send more in. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out Stowe's work and see if I can get some new tools. So I definitely recorded this clip already and it didn't seem to work. But yeah, this is the final state of the skeleton farm. I'm happy with it. We had to dig out a little bit more. I've got some vaults holding bones and vaults holding arrows, and to get that to work, we come around the backside and I've got some mechanical arms and stuff. So I just made another double chest, flipped it around, some depots. This side goes bones into that vault. This side does everything else into that vault. But then I have a brass funnel spitting out everything but arrows. So the arrows should stay in there. And because we have brass funnels on the front side, it does a stack at a time. So hopefully this is good enough for now. I think it looks pretty cool, and I got to mess with a lot of create mechanics, and I'm pretty happy with that. But now I need to work on the rest of the interior and the exterior, because we're not going to leave it like that. Oh, hello, Skelly friend. But yeah, I need to think of an idea for the exterior, and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm working on the exterior, and I'm finding I don't like it. So my plan originally was to make this a tower, and I'm struggling with that a bit. So I think I'm going to ditch the tower idea. I kind of like what we have down here. It's a little too patterny, so I need to break it up. So what I'm going to do is take all this stuff up top down, probably get rid of this split divider I was going to do for the tower, and come up with a roof idea that works out pretty well. And then we'll break up this pattern position, because I'm really wanting to go ahead and work inside. Oh, Stowe's been over here. I think he's been doing some enchanting stuff a lot lately, so he's been antsy for this thing to go ahead and get done. So I need to finish it for sure. But let me get back to work, and hopefully I'll have a completed exterior when we get back. Okay, we are coming back in free cam mode because I think I've got the outside worked out how I like it. I was time-lapsing it, but the exterior of this build actually went through 3.5, maybe 4-ish iterations before I changed it. I like this much better. I was going for the tower design, and then I decided to simplify it, and I was like, let's make this a cathedral of bones. So it's an old-timey cathedral. We're not adding a lot of the steampunk stuff we did over there with the pipes and the cogwheels and stuff. I didn't want that feeling for this one particular building. I wanted this building to feel very old and very the fancy stuff I did add though were these cool windows. These are iron window panes, and I think they're just gorgeous. And we added the brass doors, which do that, and I chose brass because we have these brass funnels front and center here, so I think it really works doing that kind of brass stuff. And I'm starting to do the walls, so you can see the ceiling. I went basic. I went with my favorite ceiling design just so I can try to get this done. We're probably going to have a chandelier that comes down, and I've got to move this enchanting setup. I always knew this was going to be temporary. The big problem is I don't have silk touch, so all these bookshelves are getting ready to get broke. The good thing is we have more than enough leather, more than enough paper. So if I lose a book, I can still craft the bookshelves. Plus, I do want to add even more bookshelves to do this side. I don't know what I'm going to do on this side. Maybe some tapestry or something like that, because Carl has a wool farm going on and it's doing pretty good. Maybe I can borrow some wool and do some what is it? Banners. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, we can do some banners right there. But yeah, let me get this kind of broken up and rearranged, and we'll come back with hopefully maybe a finished interior. All right, we're gonna come back. I have finished the interior, but we're gonna start on the exterior because the exterior is not done, and it's not gonna get done this episode. So you can see we've got a nice little dock platform here, some rails and stuff. This is very nice, very simple. I haven't figured out the lighting yet. And then we have this. So the reason it's not getting done is because I kind of have an idea for a boardwalk type thing. Like maybe this, see how this rail doesn't complete here? Because I'm thinking maybe it continues and it goes that way and it goes around the corner. And then maybe this goes into maybe a tunnel or something like that. And there are shops inside the tunnel. Or maybe that's where the train stop is for the community corner. That's just some of the things I'm thinking of. Now we do have a stairway right here, and it's messy when it gets up to the top. But my idea for this is, one, it leads directly to the iron farm, which we're gonna upgrade and enclose here soon. And it also leads to the back right here, which the building's tall enough. Like, look, there's the roof of the interior, and it does raise up a little bit right here, but it's big enough where we could put something else on the back side. So I might do that also, but it very much feels like the community corner is now starting to gain traction, and we can stop, what is it, taking over villager huts to do stuff. But yeah. I'm really happy with how the exterior is coming along, even though it is not complete, and it won't be complete. But yeah, let's go inside. And yeah, I love the interior of this. So I mentioned tapestry. I ended up using calcite walls. This is another mod for the Art Deco, or not Art Deco, Create Deco, where they added a ton of new blocks in the game, and it just makes sense to have these kinds of blocks in the game. I think this looks really good. Originally I had banners up there, but they didn't look great, and then I put the banners on top of the walls and they still didn't look that good. But I realized just doing the wall itself looks really good, so I left this up here. I like it a lot. And yeah, I also fixed this. I was really dumb when it came to this. So can we get back here without breaking anything? Yeah, so I had the filters set up right here. So I had this filter to do like every armor set, like all the leather sets, all the iron sets, all the chainmail sets, all the gold sets and stuff like that. And I then had this one to do just don't allow arrows to come through here. Whatever comes in is fine, just don't let arrows come out of this one. And this was getting backed up. And I was like, why is this getting backed up? And then I realized it was because of the bows. I forgot to put the bows in the filter. And I was like, well, this is dumb because I'm always going to forget something. There's going to be something I'm not going to remember. And then I was like, wait, just make this not have bones come out. So bones, everything comes out of this one except for bones. And then this one, only bones come out. And that seems to have fixed the whole process. Now, granted, there's obviously stuff in this system right now because the sorting mechanism only runs when the farm itself is on. It never really gets backed up enough to be an issue. So I'm going to leave it like that. Originally, I had it running on its own circuit, and there was no reason for that. It was just being powered for no reason 90% of the time. But we've got our on-off switch here. All the skeletons drop down. We do have this, so the hitboxes are colliding a little bit. and their AI for some reason allows them to not walk, or allows them to walk on the conveyor belts. I've learned if you just turn it off and turn it back on again, everything seems to work. I'm sorry if this is really loud. Okay. I still don't have a good sword. I haven't upgraded most of my gear yet. I have been trading with the villagers that Stowe has set up, so that's getting me going. But that's my plan between the episodes, is to stay here and enchant. Here's our enchanting setup. I love this. This was my idea the entire time when I had the thought of Cathedral of Bones. I thought I need like tall bookshelves and stuff like that. The only thing I didn't get what I wanted on here was some of the lighting and stuff. But like, we were gonna have a chandelier. The chandelier didn't come out very good. And it kind of detract from this, and I want this to kind of be one of the focal points. So I left it like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get all my lapis and throw it in here so the community can have some lapis, maybe make a couple of blank books and stuff to throw in there. Stowe's already hit us up with the grindstone and a anvil. So we're set up right now. Of course, I say put books in here. These are empty books, so maybe I'll make some more to fill the chiseled bookshelves out. But yeah, I love this build. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. It's been a while. I needed to get this out quicker than I did, and I just had stuff come up. But yeah, I had so much fun on this. I'm literally going right back through those doors after this episode and getting geared up. I'm ready to be geared. Everyone knows that's my my struggle for early season. But if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye.